Seafood is a major contributor to the Oregon economy, generating sales and jobs for the state while creating a livable wage for residents of our coastal communities. Oregon has one of the best managed fisheries in the country. This allows for sustainable harvesting year-round, ensuring that seafood is available and continues to be a viable industry for generations to come. Nearly 70 species of seafood are harvested throughout the year and can be sourced from the Oregon coast. Some of the most common species include rockfish and Dover sole. Other seasonally caught species include albacore tuna and cold water pink shrimp. These products are available fresh in season, frozen, or shelf-stable throughout the year. These seafood products are packed with nutrients and are mild and sweet tasting, making them excellent options for school menus. In this video, you'll learn simple and quick ways to prepare Oregon seafood that kids will love.
Hi, I'm Chef Garrett Burdan with the Culinary Institute of Child Nutrition, and I'm here in Oregon to talk to you about using Oregon-produced seafood in schools. Now, you may be thinking, fish in schools, that sounds complicated. I'm here to tell you that it's not, and I'm going to show you some recipes just to prove it to you how easy it can be. I'm going to start with Oregon-caught rockfish. Now, rockfish has a nice mild sweet flavor, and it's a great flaky white fish. It can be used in a lot of different applications. Now, your frozen rockfish might arrive in a couple of different ways. It could be individually quick frozen and packed in bulk in a case, in which case you would just pull the number of fillets that you need, keeping the rest frozen, and you would pan them up similar to this, where you'd place it into a perforated pan that's nested into a solid pan below. This gets covered, refrigerated, and then as the fish fillets thaw, any moisture that comes off can drip right through those holes and down into the pan below. Another way that your rockfish might arrive is like this, where it is the fillets are vacuum sealed, a couple of fillets per package, and it's a nice flat package, so you can pretty much use the same technique, where you'll take your fillets, place them into the perforated pan, take out just what you need and keep the rest in the freezer. And then as this thaws in the refrigerator, in case the packages have a leak in them, any liquid can drop into the pan below. Another option you have, if your fish is vacuum sealed, is you leave your fish in the vacuum package, and you can create a cold water bath if you're looking to thaw the fillets quickly. What you would do is place your vacuum sealed fish fillets into a container like this and flow cold water into the container continuously for several minutes until the fillets thaw. Once they're thawed, you can open the package and use them according to your recipe. For this recipe, I'm going to go ahead and thaw my fish fillets in the refrigerator overnight. Next, I'll show you how we're going to make teriyaki rockfish rice bowls. All right, so I've thawed my rockfish overnight in the refrigerator and let it drain, and now I'm working on portioning out my fillets for the teriyaki rockfish rice bowl. I think you're really gonna like this recipe. It has great flavor, great colors in it, so let's go ahead and get started. So I began by spraying my pan with pan release spray for the fillets. Now I'm going to bake the fillets in this pan, and I'm gonna serve it in the pan. Rockfish, or any fish, for example, is a little bit delicate. So once it's baked or cooked, you want to avoid having to transfer the fish because it could fall apart. So that's why I'm going to bake the fish in the pan I'm serving it in. So these fillets are already ready to go. I have one more piece here that I want to show you. Now this is a good time to check the fillet for bones. This kind of fish is filleted by hand, and so extra care has gone into making sure there's no bones in the fillet. But if you find a bone in there every now and then, it's pretty easy to remove with a paring knife. So what I'll do is I'll weigh this fillet. I'm looking for 2.9 to 3 ounce portions, which will give me 2 ounce equivalents of meat alternate by the time I go to serve. So this full fillet here weighs 9 ounces. So I just need to cut this into 3 even portions to get me that 2.9 to 3 ounces. So I'll show you that there's a skin side to the fillet, and then there's the inside of the fillet, which has a more even color distribution. So what we're going to do is cut these into those 2.9 to 3 ounce portions. Let me just weigh this real quick. Success. Very good. And one more should work. That's perfect. I'm gonna bake these fillets skin side down so that we have the inside as the presentation side. And one thing I wanted to remember to tell you is with your portion scale as you're portioning raw fish, this has been cleaned and sanitized, and then I placed film wrap over the weighing surface so that I can easily portion out these fillets. I'll clean this up later when I'm done. In this recipe, we use a prepared reduced sodium teriyaki sauce, and I've measured out the amount I need to bake the fish, and I've held to the side the remaining teriyaki sauce that I'm gonna use to finish the dish. So with this first amount of teriyaki sauce, I'm going to evenly distribute it over the top of each piece of fillet. That's gonna help glaze each fillet as it bakes in the oven. And teriyaki is one of those flavors that's just universally loved. It's got great sweetness and umami. And rockfish in particular has such a mild, sweet flavor. It's a really great combination. So now that the fillets have been glazed with the teriyaki sauce, I am now ready to put these into a preheated 350-degree oven. And these will cook for about 15 to 20 minutes. And we're looking for a 145-degree Fahrenheit internal temperature, making sure that it holds for at least 15 seconds for food safety. All right, our teriyaki rockfish is perfectly baked, it's perfectly glazed, it looks really nice. So I wanna stress here that it's important that you batch cook your fish to the line as much as possible. Fish is delicate, it can also dry out very easily, and so you just wanna make sure that it is ready to go right at service time. If you do have to hold your fish, you want to cover it with foil or a lid and keep it in warmer until it's ready to serve. But you want to really minimize the amount of hold time when possible. So what I have here is sort of how I would set up the service line. I have my steamed brown rice and my steamed vegetables that are going to complement the teriyaki fish. Today I have a blend of broccoli, purple cabbage, and carrots, and it's a really colorful mix of vegetables, and it looks great. Then finally we have our fish. Again, we're gonna serve it out of the pan we baked it in. And so I'll show you how this all comes together. So I'm gonna do the rice bowl, and I'll show you that we have, for 2 ounce equivalent grains, we're gonna need 2 half-cup portions of brown rice. So we'll put that into the bowl, spread that out a little bit. We'll add our half-cup of steamed vegetables. And then we'll place a piece of our teriyaki glazed rockfish right on top, which looks beautiful. And then finally, I'm gonna put an ounce of, this is warmed extra teriyaki sauce, and I'll just put that right on top. And you can prepare this to order as your students come through the line. And I think that looks so beautiful for your students. So let's go ahead and complete the meal with some celery sticks. We have some nice fresh blueberries, and then of course, 8 ounces of milk. And this is the teriyaki rockfish rice bowl. I really hope you try this one. It's so delicious, and I think your students are gonna love it.